Hello and welcome to the Transform Awards North America 2025. Well, I'm delighted to be joined now by Prophecy. We have Neil Goklani, who is the partner and head of the agency. We have Anne Swan, who is the chief creative officer. And we have Jen LaFura, who is the general manager at Prophecy as well. Now, you guys have been shortlisted in 7 categories for tonight's awards across 4 projects, which is actually very impressive in itself. But I wanted to ask you guys a kind of general question, first of all, about Prophecy. So you work, of course, with lots of really interesting clients in very complicated sectors, including finance, tech, healthcare. So do you have sort of an overarching philosophy that allows you to kind of tackle these projects?
Sure. As an agency, we really are at the forefront of brand transformation for these clients in the complex B2B industry sectors. But we don't just stop there. We really help our clients activate transformational go-to-market strategies that really straddle across paid, earned, and owned channels. And that's a big part of our differentiation as an agency and part of our philosophy.
And of course, at tonight's awards, you're up for an award with LS Power. Yes. Really interesting organization. So tell me a little bit about them, what they do for anyone who doesn't know, and what they briefed you with.
Well, LS Power is a company that does infrastructure, and they solve, as we like to say, complex problems. And in our brief, what we uncovered was they were really private equity. They looked very corporate. They were very much, of like kind of that look. But what they really were was they really were about changing communities. They were about actually looking at the infrastructure, and there's just so much more that they did. And so in uncovering our brief, what we realized we wanted to do was actually solve their complex problem and bring that kind of simplicity to the forefront. And it was really about looking at that brand from all dimensions. So it works both 3-dimensionally and 2-dimensionally now. And they're able to tell that story in a much more seamless way. So it's, having that seamless storytelling opportunity.
Absolutely. And tell me a little bit about the research phase of the project as well, which is always so crucial. How are you able to use that transformation to kind of reflect the business itself and the general goals and ambitions they have?
We use that transformation and that research. And as you know, at Prophecy, our rigor is around strategy, strategic creative. Being able, when the strategy came in, it was really around solving complex business problems. That was our strategic platform, and that is actually what we created within the identity. So the identity itself works both 3-dimensionally and 2-dimensionally, and actually that, it actually has that path. It's a seamless solution. And we were able to actually take something that was very complex when you think about 2-dimensional to 3-dimensional and make it very simple. It's a super simple mark. It's LSP coming together. It's actually their name coming together that formed the mark itself. And it's actually been able to now, be able to create much more engaging interactions with their clients, with their customers, and actually internally too. It was great unification.
Well, fantastic. And how were the employees involved in the process, and how were they sort of reacting, I suppose, to the outcome as well?
Yeah, well, I will say the employees were incredibly energized. And a big part of this was really just, putting words to LS Power's purpose, which, as Anne has been saying, was all about solving complex energy problems to improve the world. And a big part of our research process didn't just include understanding clients and what they want and need, but understanding the people of LS Power themselves, what they already believe, what they actually do. And again, we were able to help them express that. So a big part of the program was really engaging employees before anything launched externally. And I think that just made, when you think about B2B businesses, they really do come to life through their own people. So putting in the effort to have a whole program around their own people, training them, energizing them, galvanizing them was just, a big part. And leadership from LS Power was, really adamant about making sure that that's how this rebrand felt. It wasn't just a line that went out in the marketplace. It was really about how the people of LS Power show up.
Well, absolutely. That's really encouraging to hear. And tell me a little bit about what's on the horizon for Prophecy. Where does your affinity for working with B2B organizations kind of take you next?
We've got exciting launches coming. We've got a big one coming in finance. We've got one in healthcare coming. So we're going to continue to push into these industry sectors. That's the biggest opportunity for us. It's where we excel. It's our sweet spot. So I think you're going to see more there. So stay tuned to the space.
We definitely will. Well, Neil and Jen, thank you so much for your time. and we look forward to seeing how Prophecy get on tonight at the Transform Awards North America.